Good afternoon and evening to those of you on the East Coast. Welcome to what is actually the first edition of the mock draft in no particular order.
The off season, baby, we're here.
We're here. And the first mock draft, of course, post Valentine's Day, after Valentine's Day. So we're going to do, I think, in some kind of shape or form, Valentine's Day movies or anti-Valentine's Day movies with my indubitable co-host, Shannon, the Instagram influencer, Americana _Allen, and from Other Robots, Ralph D. Hey, Ralph, what's up?
Not too much, just kind of chilling.
Ralph, tell us a little about your band before we start.
So it's me and like three other dudes, and it's kind of like a mix between rock, funk, jazz, and like a bit of like 90s hip hop or something like that. And like lately I've been kind of incorporating some like post-punk like The Cure or The Smiths, something like that. So think like maybe like Steely Dan meets the Gorillaz meets The Cure.
Awesome. And I know it's on Spotify. I know it's on YouTube. Is there anywhere else they can find you?
Apple Music, I think Tidal.
Apple Music?
Yeah.
Hey, Jimmy, did you want to get into this? I can send you the invite still. Let me know real quick.
You'll be just as prepared as me.
Shannon
had to do homework the last couple hours.
Shannon had the wrong topic, and I just looked mine up yesterday. I looked up the stuff last night, and I want to say, like, I was looking up episodes, and one of the episodes was New Girl. That is like one of the funniest shows ever. Like, almost every episode is hilarious. I just wanted to put that out there. So we are going to do, this is something new for this year that I'm trying, and we're gonna, like, by the end of the season, I will have it mastered. So hang with me. Oh, it's all right. No, you're working and you're listening to us. Jamie, we love you for that. We love you. We love you that you're working and listening to us. I'm going to try to put our picks up as we say them. So I might disappear because I'm not really sure how to do this, but I'm learning and it's going to be awesome. If you guys are following and listening to us on Twitter, I cannot get your tweets, I do not think. So slide on over to YouTube, slide on over to Facebook if you want to join the mock draft. We would love to have you. And the order will be the special guest. First, of course, Other Robots lead man, Ralph, then Shannon, then myself. It is a snake draft, 7 rounds, going cross, coming back. And I guess expect the unexpected is what I'm thinking might happen. If you're on YouTube, do us a favor, smash the like button. We would appreciate it so much more. And to start off, Ralph, your number one pick of...
All right. It's going to be that Simpsons episode where Ralph Wiggum gets Lisa the card that says,
"Oh my God,
choose you."
But
and then he thinks he loves her or something like that. Then they go to some some show or something, and he's like, "She's my girlfriend," and she says mad publicly like, "I don't love this dude. I felt bad for him." And that slows it down. It's like you can even see the point where his heart breaks.
It is good. When I was looking up like things to pick, that was always in everyone's queue. But I've never seen The Simpsons, so I was like, I can't pick that because I've never watched The Simpsons. So, but Lisa giving the card and mistaken for real love.
Yeah,
I would say that's more Valentine's than anti-Valentine's. I'm here for it. Shannon.
Okay, everybody, I'm going to be looking down a lot. I had the wrong subject. I'm not going to say what the subject was because it's embarrassing. But now I know going forward, I'm very prepared for that episode. Holy shit. No joke. I woke up an hour ago and I was like, okay, here we go. And I'm just like, because I had some ideas and I'm like jotting stuff down. I'm like, oh yeah, this is great. This is such a good, such a good pick. I'm gonna have such a great draft. And then I open up and I'm like, oh yeah, it's Valentine's. I'm an idiot. Could I have fired off a text and said, hey, what is it again? Because I was pretty sure it's this. It was not that. So I'm gonna make some random picks here, and then I think I'm gonna be able to dial down on like some good stuff towards the end. So hopefully the back end of this is okay. How many rounds are we going?
7.
7,
and then the extra round that we don't put down. You get one shot.
Maybe.
Honorable mention.
Honorable mention.
I don't know why we started doing that. It's so funny.
You and Terry started doing that. That's why we started. Couldn't quit at 7. Anyway.
All right. I love love. Let's start off there. So that being said, at a quick just glance and just thinking of it, just things that I like, I'm gonna pick Hitch as my number 1.
Wow. I did not see that coming.
Oh yeah.
Wait, wow, isn't bad?
No, there's no such thing as bad.
Well, because Kevin is goofy. The movie's pretty goofy.
Movie's
And then
very
like
goofy.
obviously the character that Will Smith plays is, this suave dude. But then,
Is he
he's
though?
been hurt. He's been hurt. And hurt people. And he hurt Eva Mendes. Now it came back around as movies do. But I think that's a good.
I think it's a good
little
start for a man.
Love movie.
I think it's a great start for a man.
For having 30 seconds of preparation time.
All right, so I'm gonna go. My first pick is Brokeback Mountain.
Ooh.
Because I don't think that you can't get more love. I mean, you know what I mean? Like it's got a little bit of everything. It's got like the love. It's got like the non-love. So it's like Valentines, anti-Valentines, all rolled into one. So Brokeback Mountain is my choice because it spans both and because I love Heath Ledger. I mean, which brings me to my second choice. My 2-1 is, okay, I was on the fence because I'm going to pick this one because I think one of you might pick it, but it wasn't actually my second choice. 10 Things I Hate About You. Love that movie.
I'm pissed.
Why are you pissed? It's a great.
That should have been my 101. I don't know what I was thinking here. Oh my god.
You were like under the gun.
Pissed.
That's
yeah,
why.
I am pissed that you picked that, but now I know what I'm going to do instead. Thanks a lot.
10 Things I Hate About You is got to be one of like the greatest. It has one of the greatest casts, first of all. Because if anything, Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Heath Ledger is in, separately or together, is a remarkable movie that you do not want to get away from. And the fact that Heath Ledger plays this kind of crazy Australian guy is just, I mean, it's Heath Ledger. Jesus. It's kind of like talking about Max Cosby, which I will put in every show if I can, because I can. And so my 2, Brokeback Mountain and 10 Things I Hate About You, and Shannon.
Okay, I'm gonna touch on yours real quick. Larissa Olenek, who's in 10 Things I Hate About You.
Yeah.
The little sister.
Yeah.
Been in love with her my entire life. She was on this Nickelodeon show called The Secret Adventures of Alex Mack, and
is that the one where he's the dog or he's the water?
No, she can turn into a puddle of like liquid.
That's one. Okay, yeah.
Love her forever and always. And they like kind of like I'm going to talk about your pick more than I'm talking about mine real quick. The quick ending with like the best friends, like Joseph Gordon-Levitt's friend, like at the end, he like asked the other girl to go to prom or whatever.
The
and like the Renaissance style Shakespearean dress.
Mm-hmm.
Great, love that. The girl, unbelievably good looking, and then like the little sister,
punching the guy.
Yes, and then goes with the other friend. Like, oh wait, no, I'm mixing up my movies. But yeah, that movie, the cast is tremendous. The paintball scene, like the song sucks, but I'm always invested in the scene. And they kiss on the hay, like hay's not comfortable.
Okay.
Him singing on the stands.
That's my favorite scene. Him singing on the stands.
Get out of here.
It's like she flashing the teacher so he can get out, and then him singing on the stands. There are like so many like cutaway scenes that are just like great scenes that
to make it more Valentine's. The teacher with the smut book.
Yeah.
More Valentines. That's just more Valentines. That's a great pick by you.
Thank you.
All right.
Intersect. Jamie has his second round pick, although I don't know what his first round pick is, but his second round pick is Rocky.
That
Brain
is
dead box.
That is a love movie.
It's a love movie.
I mean, it is. It's a love story.
All right.
Some Philly guy just mumbling his way into some girl's heart.
Mumbling his way.
Yeah.
Adrian.
Yeah.
Adrian.
Can't see. Eyes all swollen up. Just.
Adrian.
I'm not gonna do my Adrian impersonation because you're doing such a good job.
Thank you. Adrian. All right. I have Jamie in there. All right. You're up, sir.
Okay. So I'm hoping I get my next one all around, but I'm gonna pick this one because you really fucked me on that 10 things I hate about you pick.
Yes.
So I'm gonna pick the one movie that's like right below that in my list. I can watch it anytime, and it's She's All That, which I'm not gonna say a better cast, but I'm gonna say comparable. And I'm just gonna rattle off some names right here. Matthew Lillard, rizzing all over the place. I mean, just every scene he's in, and he's in it for maybe 5 scenes, like not even that long. And he's just everywhere. You're like, yeah, you know what? This guy is I don't use this word lightly, douchebag, but I like him. He's electric. Like Matthew Lillard in Scream and this movie, it's just like, yeah, you should have been a huge star. You are a huge star, in my opinion. Love it. Rachel Lee Cook, had a crush on her forever. The only thing I've never really liked about her was she did this is your brain on drugs commercial where she like fried an egg in a skillet. Get out of here.
Oh yeah.
Freddie Prinze Jr. married to Sarah Michelle Gellar. Forever. They are still together.
They're still together, and he looks so good. I saw him recently with like his gray hair.
They both look so good. Yeah. He wrote for the WWE. He wrote for wrestling, which is one of my favorite things ever. Love him.
Wait,
always
what?
and forever. Yeah, he was a writer for wrestling.
Freddie Prinze Jr.?
Yeah.
Shut up.
Okay.
I saw his dad stand up once. It's kind of funny.
Yeah. Kind of funny.
Freddie Prinze Sr.
Then we have the person who should have a statue in LA. Don't know why they don't. Paul Walker. Like there should be at least a memorial statue of where he died. Like he went out doing what he loved, you know, going 180 miles per hour in a car.
Yeah, but he was a passenger. He wasn't the driver.
Oh yeah.
He was the passenger.
Going fast in a car. You're still doing what you love.
Okay.
Going fast in a car. Paul Walker's in that movie. Usher is in that movie.
Usher
now,
is in that movie.
Here's the only knock against She's All That. Unlike 10 Things I Hate About You, which has some very good songs, the end song on top of the high school where they shot with a helicopter, they weren't supposed to do that. She's dancing on the table to Biggie, Sick. Him singing on the stairs. The only bad song I can think of in that movie is In the Hayfield, but otherwise, good music. She's All That, the knock against it, barely one good song. 1.5. 1.5. There's the None Sixpence the Richer song.
Yeah, Sixpence None the Richer, yeah.
That scene knocks it out of the park. Oh my gosh, my dogs. That scene knocks it out of the park. Now the scene where they're at the prom and they're all doing like a choreographed dance while like Usher's like behind the decks and he's like spinning. Yes. Sick as fuck. Yes. That is dope.
Yes.
That song, it's a half.
But you don't care because it's Usher spinning. Like that makes up for it. You know what I mean?
Gabrielle Union is in the movie. Like it's just banger after banger. The movie fucks. I can watch it anytime. That's a Valentine's movie for me.
I like the movie. I didn't even think of it, but yeah, I do like 10 things. Yeah, good one. Good pick. Good pick on you, Ralph Dixon.
All right. So I'm gonna go, I guess, Auntie with the movie My Bloody Valentine.
Isn't Angel in that? Isn't David Boreanaz in that? No? Am I thinking of something else?
I don't remember. Maybe. I know they remade it though.
Oh. Yeah, I think you're thinking of the remake.
Oh, okay. Then what's My Bloody Valentine? I don't know it then.
It's just like an 80s slasher movie. There's people at a Halloween Valentine's Day party, and then some guy in mining gear just kills them all, stuff like that. So kind of anti-Valentine's. And then a pro-Valentine's, I would say 50 First Dates.
Ooh.
Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore.
Yeah. I could see that being pro Valentine. I don't like either one of them, so I've never.
Really?
Yeah, I can't watch Adam Sandler in a movie, and Drew Barrymore.
That's fair.
The only movie I liked Drew Barrymore in was I can't say it.
E.T.
Yeah, okay. But was she Drew Barrymore then? No, because she didn't start doing the drugs and stuff until she. E.T. Yes, the one with the French guy. My First Kiss or something like that, where she goes back to school.
Oh, Never Been Kissed?
Never Been Kissed, yes. That's the only movie I like her in. And yeah, I can't watch a full movie with Adam Sandler. I just can't. I don't know why. But I mean, I understand the 51st Dates. I understand where you go.
They did do a remake of My Bloody Valentine. I think it was the one with Jensen Ackles from
Jensen
Supernatural.
Ackles, yes.
Is that what we're thinking?
Mhm.
Not David
no.
Boreanaz?
No, I was thinking isn't there a movie that says Valentine's with David Boreanaz?
Probably.
No, I wasn't thinking that.
There's no way for us to look it up though.
No. Google. I mean, no. I
As
can't.
I'm
like
sitting here scanning through movies.
Jensen Ackles. I'm sorry. Jensen Ackles will always be Supernatural for me. I can't. There's just so many good episodes of Supernatural that the one with
Same here.
Yeah. So My Bloody Valentine, nice choice. I like that you went back to back and good and bad. I like that. Yeah. All right, Shannon.
So my next pick, I think this is a semi pro and anti. And it's because I love him dearly, forever and always. And it's Mr. Vince Vaughn in the movie The Breakup with old Jennifer Aniston herself. I can't remember because I've watched both endings. I think there's an ending where I think they do get back together, and one ending where they just see each other. They're like, "Hey," and then they just keep going on with their lives. Vince Vaughn always makes me laugh. He's hilarious. Jennifer might be underrated comedically sometimes. So that's my pick for that movie.
Interesting.
Because I think it's pro. It's like there's some romance, but there's also some not romance.
Is that like the last movie Vince Vaughn did? Like the last popular movie he did, or semi-popular? I don't think it was that. But is that the last?
Was that before or after Dodgeball?
That was after Dodgeball. Yeah.
Is it? I don't know.
After Dodgeball.
When did Dodgeball come out?
Hold on. I'm adding something to my list.
Yeah. All right. My next one. I'm P.S. I love you. Hilary Swank, Gerard Butler.
Leonidas.
Is it James Marsters is in that too?
The
guy that played Spike, or is it?
Oh, the guy that played Spike. No,
right?
It's the guy that played
Cyclops.
No, it's the guy, the father from Supernatural, isn't it? Whose name I can't remember now, but he was just simply hot. He's also in the zombie film where I think he's a bad guy. The zombie movie, the zombie series on
Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Yeah.
Yes.
James Marsters is in it. He's like a side character.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he kind of has a crush on her.
Noises at James. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, he has the crush on her, but she's not into it. But
Kathy Bates, who there should be a statue of in Memphis, Tennessee, is also in it. Harry Connick Jr.
Harry Connick Jr. Yes.
What?
Be careful.
The little bit that he was in Independence Day, also just electrifying.
Yeah, knocked it out the park.
Like, I was, 9 when I saw that movie, 10. And I thought, I'm a fan of this guy for the rest of my life.
I love Harry Connick Jr. So
yeah. Hilary Swank.
Okay. Hilary Swank is really good when she plays an androgynous character. When she has to play like a girl, she's not all that great. You know what I mean? Like, she's really good at androgyny. Like, come on now, it's true.
I'm a fan.
I'm a fan of her androgyny. I'm not like in this movie. It works because it's Gerard Butler and Jeffrey Dean Morgan. I mean, if you have Gerard Butler sending you notes after he dies to help you go on, and then you end up with Jeffrey Dean Morgan, that's like the Lisa Bonet win. Like you don't get much better than that. You know what I mean? It's like I think I've won at life now. I think that I might be able to. We got your first pick on there, Jamie. I might be able to go on now because I boned Gerard Butler as my husband, and now and Jeffrey Dean Morgan, doesn't he have like a whatever Irish, wherever they're supposed to be, Irish accent in this? Which
maybe
puts him. Yes, he does. I don't know whether it's England, Ireland, Scotland, one of those places, but his accent is there
somewhere in the United Kingdom.
Somewhere over there, and he sounds so good. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm a big fan of Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Always have been.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. He's great.
He's better than great. He's glorious. I think Jamie's still stuck on why his first pick didn't show up, so I'm gonna go ahead and go without
calling audible.
Yeah, I'm calling an audible right now. I'm gonna go with. Okay, I'm gonna go to TV shows, and I'm going New Girl, season 1, episode 13.
Oh shit. The citation.
Yeah, called Valentine. And in this episode, this is her first Valentine's where New Girl, where she's single and she just wants to have a one-night stand. And so it's also the episode where Cece and what?
I said tough.
Yeah, because she gets emotionally attached. So Cece and who does Cece end up with?
I didn't watch the show. I didn't like the show. I'm sorry.
You say you didn't like New Girl?
I don't find Zooey Deschanel funny either.
Well, it's not that she's like cringe, I guess. But
the guys are like
is that kind
so
of
funny.
Dream Girl?
The guys in it are so funny. Okay,
I mean, I've seen some clips where like people say funny stuff. I'm like, oh, haha. But am I gonna invest time to like watch it when she like makes me so uncomfortable? Like she makes me so uncomfortable, and I'm not trying to be
Zooey
rude,
Deschanel or the character.
The character, like, and it's funny because even my lady was like, "Oh, I thought you'd like this because she's so quirky." Blah blah. I'm like, she's so quirky and awkward that like it makes me feel out of place.
Okay, then you really would not like this episode because she's beyond quirky. Schmidt, she's beyond quirky and awkward, and Schmidt and Cece go to the bar with her, and they're trying to make her hook up with someone who she has nothing in common with, so she doesn't get an emotional attachment. Mm-hmm. And the guy from Arrow is Cece's boyfriend in this one, but he's like so high on mushrooms that he is uncontrollable. Takes off his shirt. He pisses on himself when he comes in. He's like, "Did I pee on myself? Did I just pee on myself?" And the girl goes, "Yes, I think you did." And he's like, "Yes!" Takes off his shirt, starts kissing some other girl. The guy that Jess ends up with is total opposite. Like his favorite topic is lunch, and all he can talk about are the tacos that he had for lunch. But he's super hot. Like he's super duper hot.
And never. Okay, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, keep going. I can remember what I'm going to say.
And it's just hilarious because Schmidt is like, if you've seen it, he's doing Schmidt things, and he's simply he says like the most ridiculous things, and they're just funny. And I think the guys in it are way funnier than Jess is. Like Schmidt is funny, Winston is funny, but I mean, I could see how she could make it cringeworthy. I could totally see that.
But I mean, maybe I haven't given it enough of a shot, but it's just like every time I watch it, I'm like, oh God.
Well, she is like uncontrollably awkward. My dog just passed out. She is uncontrollably awkward in this, and I could totally see that if that is your focus. I could totally see that, because a lot of times looking at it, and I'm like, shh, 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 shh. Stop talking. Let Schmidt talk. Let Winston talk. Shh.
Yeah. Men haven't had enough space in this world.
Oh, well, when they're with her, they haven't, because she takes up a lot of space, like a lot of space. But yeah, I just think the show is hilarious. I do.
I
Jamie.
do.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Nope. Go ahead.
Jamie's third pick was Point Break, the original,
Oh, okay.
and his
Of course.
and his Fast and Furious is his.
They're the same movie, though. You know that, right?
Okay, Ralph. They
That
are.
infiltrates an extreme sports group
They are.
to break up.
They are. And not
I'm
enough
not saying
people know that. You're preaching the gospel. That's why it
It's
worked.
the same exact movie.
That's why it worked.
Of course, yeah. Johnny Utah.
Yeah. I don't know if anybody's ever heard the term capitalism breeds innovation, but that is a true to form sign of it right there. We made the same movie about 15 years apart, 20 years apart, Gangbusters.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you thumbs up. Yay!
Oh, hell yeah, I did it again.
You did it again.
Okay, I have a couple thoughts real quick. One, I've never pissed on myself while taking all while on shrooms. That's ridiculous. I could see how you could get. I could see how you could get there if you don't want to go in the bathroom, because oftentimes I tell people, I'm like, look, if you're gonna go to the bathroom, get in and out. You don't want to spend a lot of time in there while tripping. Some people do, and I think those people, I'm not gonna say anything like psychopath or like, oh, could be murderer, whatever. They're definitely not going to cure cancer, but maybe there's a flag to be waved, and maybe that flag is red. That's all I'm going to say about those people that spend time in the bathroom while they're tripping. If the bathroom's really clean, which I clean mine before I do anything like that. All right, I'm getting off subject. So that's fucking weird. That's a fucking weird thing to show the populace of like, hey, you take too many shrooms, you're going to piss yourself. No, you're not. You're probably not doing that.
Well, okay. Interjection slightly. His character in this, in this particular, in his name is Ken, and he is a photographer, and he's not the brightest bulb to start with. Before shrooms, like it's not like he's a rocket scientist. He's there because he's going to take the shirt, and because he's the guy. He's the guy from the Arrow, and he's super hot. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
All right. Fair points. I just want to put that out there for anybody thinking about ingesting shrooms at any point. You're probably not going to pee your pants.
We hope not.
I hope not. It's weird. Real life Valentines, Jeffrey Dean Morgan and his wife Hillary.
Oof.
Real life Valentines. What a love story that is.
Yeah, whatever.
And then I think that's all my tangents for the moment. My number 4 pick, I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna go with Dirty Dancing.
The original?
The original. Is there a remake? I thought there was just a second one.
No, I think there's a remake.
Oh, I thought there was just that one and then Cuba.
And it wasn't
or Havana Nights. Okay.
I like that it takes place in the 60s, but all the music is from the 80s. Dirty Dancing. You know what I mean?
Hey, you know what else they do then? Kurt hanger abortions.
Wow!
Which were still taking place in the 80s too. We didn't start those in the 60s. We had coat hangers before the 60s and post 60s. And women didn't have didn't have that many rights. So still using coat hangers.
That's interesting segue. Interesting segue.
Nobody puts baby in the corner. Holy shit. The other day I was at work. This guy came running at me, a friend of mine, and I thought, and like he jumped in my arms, and I thought, and I told him afterwards, I said, if we had just done the Dirty Dancing, this place would have given us all their money.
Remember when Eli and Decker went to commercial?
Eli and OBJ.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Simpler times.
Yeah. Like legit, and I couldn't do it, and it's not anything on him, but like legit, if I had just and picked him up and spun him around,
could you have?
No, not a shot. Not a shot. And it's not him. Like it's not a him thing. It's a me not being strong enough. My core isn't packed for that just yet. I would not have the explosion.
What movie?
I'm not Patrick Swayze.
Emma, not Watson. It's not Watson.
That was La La Land.
No,
it wasn't La La Land.
Oh, the other one?
The one with Steve Carell in it.
Silver Linings Playbook.
No,
No,
what? That's
whatever.
not even. It's not. That's Oh, damn it!
You're gonna have to look it up while I talk.
I am gonna have to look it up. Yeah.
But Dirty Dancing. Nobody puts baby in the corner. What a line delivery. That final dance, unreal. Just like the idea of, and this was definitely of its time, of the 60s or whatever, where families would actually go to some place for like, I mean, I guess it was a month, but like the summer where they're just like summer camping.
Mhm.
Like how incredible of a thing that we've gotten away from, as like we've made all these advancements with like, logistics and machines and machine learning and all this stuff, and yet we're working more than ever. And we can't take the family on a vacation to a summer camp so that your daughter can bone the dance instructor. I mean, we've really lost our way. Like sometimes when people are like, we need to get back to like, these things, I'm like, yes, we should go back to summer camp so we can have classes on like how the earth isn't flat, and maybe your daughter can fuck one of the counselors. I don't know. I don't have a daughter, but I would go. And I'm not going to fuck your daughter, but if I knew about her getting fucked, I would not tell anybody, but I'd be like, that's pretty fucking cool, honestly, if you ask me. If this ends in a dance number, honestly, all the $20,000 we paid to be here this month, worth it.
Crazy stupid love.
Yes.
Yes.
So yeah, Dirty Dancing, Patrick Swayze, unassailable. I'm a little even apprehensive about the new Roadhouse movie, but
Yes.
that might be Jamie's next pick. Sorry, Jamie.
We got Patrick Swayze twice on the board.
Yeah. That to say, yeah, because he was awesome.
Yes.
He was awesome.
He was awesome.
So you could put him on again too.
Oh, don't even! I knew I shouldn't have said it. Damn it. Whatever.
All right, so Dirty Dancing, that's my pick. I can watch it almost anytime.
I love it, but I couldn't watch it again. What's your pick, Ralph?
All right, so I'm gonna say that Romeo and Juliet with Leonardo DiCaprio, where they use like the actual text from the book as the script, but they try to modernize it too. So when they say sword, they pull out like a gun or something.
Yeah.
And they look at the club and stuff. It's just like so totally does not match that it's hilarious. You know what I mean?
Who is the director on that one? Do you remember?
I can't remember his name, but he made another movie with DiCaprio, The Great Gatsby again, where he did the same thing. Where
it's
like,
not Lardman, is it? Is it Buzz Lardman? No.
No. Yeah.
I'm Googling it again.
You're doing such a good job.
Thank you.
I just saw it too.
You just saw it again? Romeo and Juliet?
No. I just saw like.
It is bad.
I think it is streaming currently, because I even thought about like rewatching it because it's Claire Danes, Leo. They're wearing those cool, sick Hawaiian shirts.
Yeah,
I just remember that movie just getting absolutely throttled in the critics. But who cares? Who cares? Like, one of the greatest English writers of all time, and somebody modernizes it and makes it look sick.
Okay.
What do we complain about?
I just like to when they said like I have my sword, and then it zooms in on the gun and it says sword on it.
That's fucking cool. That's fucking cool.
Yeah.
Anytime you can have a gun sword, a la Final Fantasy, or you can have a sword say gun, or a gun say sword, it's fucking cool.
Ralph, your next pick.
So my next one is going to be There's Something About Mary with Ben Stiller and Cameron Diaz. And that's the whole time she's like, yeah, my boyfriend Brett. And at the end, they find out it was Brett Favre the whole time. And she still leaves him for Ben Stiller.
Hey, honestly, good pick.
I know.
One of those guys, fraudster.
Oh.
And
it's not Ben Stiller.
I saw him like 1,000 times as a kid.
I've never seen There's Something About Mary, but I hear
Really? That's the one where he has like the
hey, whoa, don't spoil it for her. Don't spoil it for her. Let her get to it.
Boy, I didn't even think.
Like, isn't it like 10 years old? How isn't it an older?
10? It's like 20.
It's like 1997 or something like that. 1998.
Oh, really?
Like mid-late 90s.
Okay.
Yeah.
See,
the guys who made it, the Fairley Brothers, they made like Dumb and Dumber or something like that. That was like when they were like kind of really
Don't worry, GL. It's still watchable. You can watch movies from that time.
No, it still has Ben Stiller in it.
Cameron Diaz, Matt Dillon, someone else in there too.
Do you have something against Ben Stiller as well?
Yeah, I do.
Really?
Get the Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Somebody gets Ben Stiller?
Yeah. I can't think of a Ben Stiller movie that I've watched all the way through and thought, oh my God, that's a great movie. Or, oh my God, he was so good in it.
Zoolander?
Oh my God, no. What? No.
No.
Have you seen Heavyweights?
No.
Oh yeah.
It's like the fat camp movie.
No.
Yeah.
No.
He's like doing a proto
Is that
White
the one with
Goodman from Dodgeball.
Where what's her face wears a fat suit? No. Okay.
It's like these kids go to like
a fat camp.
like a fat camp, yeah. But the kindly old like mom and pop retire, and then this dude comes in who's like a fucking like Nazi about it. Basically, you've seen Dodgeball, so yeah, like you said, the White Goodman character, just like overly obsessed with fitness, like punishing the kids.
He's like CrossFit before they started doing cocaine.
Yeah.
Or he started doing cocaine and started CrossFit. Not sure which one came first there.
No, I can't. But I understand that.
Wow, you're anti Ben Stiller too, and Adam Sandler. There's starting to be a trend here.
There is a trend. There's definitely a trend. I'm not going to deny it.
Anybody SNL adjacent from the 90s?
Yeah, that's what I was getting at.
Anyway, Shannon,
I'm just kidding, everyone. That's a joke. Fuck, I almost killed myself on that one. Oh, holy shit. All right. Okay, so this movie I've only seen twice.
Okay.
Unlike the other ones, which I've watched multiple times. But I feel like it's somewhat applicable to our day and time, and might even become more so with the advent of some newer technology that just released, and that is the movie Her, where old Joaquin Phoenix falls in love with his AI, who is voiced by
Scarlett
Johansson. And if you haven't seen it,
I have not.
Essentially, there is a AI that is released to the world, and it is very good as far as like being an actual AI, like it's an actual like sentient thing. And this lonely gentleman falls in love with it.
Oh, that's sad.
Mm-hmm.
It is somewhat sad, somewhat not sad. So it's semi anti Valentines.
All right. Since you went anti Valentines, I'm going to go An Affair to Remember.
Ooh, nice.
On that one. And I love, as we all know, Cary Grant more than anything. And An Affair to Remember is pseudo sad, but I mean, it like in the end, of course, as all movies in 1957 and so on, the ending is uplifting. But I'm pretty sure An Affair to Remember is what the clips they show on Sleepless in Seattle when they're talking about it. And for those of you who haven't seen it, it's Cary Grant and Deborah Kerr meet on this ocean liner, fall in love, but they're both kind of attached to another person. So they make this deal that in 6 months, if they become unattached, they will meet at the top of the Empire State Building. He goes to the top of the Empire State Building. On her way there, she gets hit by a car and becomes paralyzed. Doesn't want him to know that, Jimmy, you can't pick a trilogy. It has to be one movie. She can't pick, I take all of them. She doesn't want Cary Grant to know that she is paralyzed. And so she goes to the opera. They go somewhere where she sees him with his what would have been his ex-girlfriend. And he sees her, goes to her apartment. She's on the couch, never gets off the couch. And he says, as on his way out, he's a painter. And he goes, oh yeah, by the way, the first painting that I did that you liked, someone bought it, but they didn't have enough money. And the person was in a wheelchair. And as he's on his way out, he sees her wheelchair in the room. So he realizes it's her and she's in a wheelchair. And they're together. It's beautiful and I love it. And I love Cary Grant. So fair to remember is my pick for the 5th round. Jamie's pick for the 5th round is Risky Business because securing the
Cruise?
services of a prostitute goes wrong. That is Jamie's synopsis of Risky Business right there.
Jamie has quite the
Sometimes
mind,
you just gotta say, fuck it.
and I love it.
Randy on the glasses.
Like Jamie is the epitome sometimes of never let them know your next move. Like you have an idea. You have an idea of what the move's going to be. Like, is it going to be a little vulgar, crude? You know, could it be? And he's like, no, it's Rocky. And you're like, oh, goddamn, fucking great. Like, yeah, that's pretty fucking sick. And then he's like, Risky Business. Yeah, there's a prostitute in that one. Just fucking, you never. He might zig when you zag, is all I'm saying. That's what I like about Jamie.
Rebecca De Mornay's a really great prostitute, though. She's, and so is the transvestite prostitute that comes to the first one. Oh my god!
I don't know that enough people watch this for us to get canceled, but if someone fucking digs this up on me, who knows if I'm getting a job again.
CJ, who has joined the chat. Hello, CJ. He picked Love and a 45, which I have to admit I've never seen. So I don't know that he's assured that it won't make the list. And now it has Love and a 45 from CJ. And CJ lives in Hawaii. CJ used to be the training head person at Hard Rock Cafe, and he lives in Hawaii.
Oh.
And his wife does really great like dolphin and jewelry and stuff. But anyway, CJ had a fantasy football league that had someone in every time zone. Like when we drafted, you had to fix it because someone was in every time zone. It was
That's funny.
I know, it was the best thing ever. And so CJ's pick for round 5 is Love and a 45. Jamie's next pick, because he can't do a trilogy, the first Karate Kid for his Valentines movie, which, okay.
I think we touched on this before. Karate Kid, Ralph Macchio's character might be the bad guy.
Oh yeah, I have heard something like that.
Just saying. Just saying. And by might, I mean it's not looking good in his case. And I've watched all of the show Cobra Kai, so I think there's more evidence to show.
Josh says Dirty Dancing is too low. Round 4 is actually crazy that it fell to round 4. There's some pretty good ones above it, but I could see that. Dirty Dancing, Patrick Swayze. Come on now. I can see him being a little low.
I prepared with 30. I had 30 seconds preparation. I picked Hitch. I realized that's weak. I made a case. It's not bad. Is it my 101? No, but it was an accident. I can't wait till we get to the pod where I actually prepared for 30 minutes before. Because I just woke up. I was like, man, I'm hungry and thirsty. Let me eat and then I'll figure this out. I open up and I'm like, I don't even have the right goddamn subject today. But Ralph's here.
Ralph is here to save the day. CJ said Love and 45 is Renee Zellweger, Roy Cochran, and Peter Fonda. That's a good cast.
Well, see, you know how you're out on those other persons? I'm kind of out on Renee.
Really?
Don't love her.
Did you love her?
You know what's funny? She's in that movie with Jim Carrey, Me, Myself, and Irene.
Yeah.
And he says something. He's like, your face always looks like you sucked on a lemon. And I always thought that was funny because, like, that's her face. She's not acting. You know what I mean? I don't know.
He has this killer ad lib in that movie. It's like when he first gets up or he's about to leave, and like all of his sons are adopted, and they're like, one of the kids are making fun of the other kid because they can't figure out like some physics problem or calculus problem that's like way more advanced than anybody.
Because they're all like geniuses.
Yeah. And they're kind of making fun of him, and he's like, "Oh, you'll figure it out." And then he like gets in front of, I think, Anthony, and he like waits for a kiss, and like finally he like kind of looks at, like, the other actor kind of looks at him and is like, okay, and he like kisses him or whatever, and he's like, all right, see you later. And like that like wasn't supposed to happen. And Jim Carrey is an outright genius.
That I must concur. Jim Carrey, I concur with that.
But
Yeah.
Renee,
Um, I like there are movies Chicago, and I
Mhm.
probably had more to do with like the whole entire cast. I loved her in. Like,
yeah,
her
I do
character.
love musicals.
But Jerry Maguire, you know, I could have taken her.
That was a moment, I think.
CJ said you would love her in this. Trust him. Her first prime
Okay.
role. Watch it. You will all enjoy it. Love in a
I've
45.
written it down.
Love in a 45. All right. My next one. I don't know. After Karate Kid, I'm gonna go with Gone Girl because
What woman doesn't want to watch a little murder mystery on Valentine's? Maybe a little wine bottle rape.
oh my, Gone
What?
Girl's a great movie. It's
It is,
a
absolutely.
great movie, and like it's like anti. I mean, it's not anti-love. It kind of is anti-love, I guess. But
Honestly, that probably should have gone second round.
I know, right? I think
Like, there's very few. Yeah, we'll lose me at some point too. It always happens.
okay.
No, I'm
I
still
don't.
here. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
We can hear you. We can see an R,
Okay.
which
If you-
represents Ralph.
If you're smoking, we don't care.
No, I don't know. My fucking thing is just garbage.
Okay.
Are you
My
peeing
bad.
your
All right,
pants
keep going,
because
though.
you've had
Yeah,
too
I
many
hear
shrooms? To touch on real quick, Cary Grant, well-known LSD user.
Yep.
I doubt he ever peed his pants.
It's Cary Grant. Of course he didn't pee his pants. Archie,
Exactly,
whatever
that's
his
what I'm
name is.
saying.
Okay.
Yeah, Gone Girl. What lady doesn't want to watch that
That's like
on Valentine's?
anytime. I'll watch it on Valentine's. I'll watch it on the day before Valentine's. Desperation Day, as what's his face says in How I Met Your Mother. I'll watch it the day after Valentine's. I don't care. It's a great movie.
I love Ben Affleck.
Yes.
Love him.
Yes.
Forever
and I love
always.
him more now that he did the Dunkings commercial. It's like
they were honestly really pretty good, and I'm kind of glad that like he's getting a little bit more, he's getting some more trajectory going up again.
I know, right? Because he was like, but
yeah, people were like, I don't know about him anymore, and I'm like,
come
he's been
on,
great forever.
He's
been great forever.
Which now modifies my last choice. Okay, whatever. Go on. Now I have to change.
All right, so I have two more picks.
You have two more and an
plus an honorable mention.
Yes.
Okay. Gods. This is tough. I'm gonna pick. Oh God, I'm gonna pick the right one here.
Okay.
And it could have gone higher. I'm gonna pick Titanic.
Yeah.
The once ruling movie of all movies, made more money than anything ever. What's there more to say about this movie?
All right.
There was room on the door. We all know. Her boyfriend, Zane, whatever his name was.
Fucking Billy Zane, yeah.
Billy Zane, not great. You know what? He had a real stint there because he was also in Tombstone, and he had a real stint of just being like the cuck, you know, to be.
I love
handed.
him. I love Billy Zane.
I thought I was a Billy Zane fan, and then he just did some weird. He did this weird TNT like kung fu movie, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get through this. And I was a kid, and I was like, I'm gonna get through this, and I wasn't able to get through this with the child, like the mind of a child. Even I was like, this is not it. I'm gonna have to look that up to note on like worst movies I've ever seen, I guess. Yeah, Titanic, great. Leo, unbelievable. The Boat, unbelievable. This will never sink. Fucking maiden voyage, baby. See you in hell. Like just a marvel of a film. And then her, like, it's just like, and it's great now. Like memes are so good. And like obviously this one's a little bit older, but just the fact that like they're like, okay, well tell us about this. She tells this story, and like obviously she's not telling the whole fucking story, but like she tells this whole like long-winded story, and then she just throws the fucking diamond or whatever. Like what a mean job by her, honestly. Fucking troll. Love it.
Yeah, I love Titanic. But could you watch it more than once? Is it one of the movies that
It
you
was
watched
on-
the first time and it's so epic that you're like, I can't watch it again?
It was on 2 VHSs, and I just remember
Oh shit! Yeah.
having to switch. That's how old I am. Having to switch tapes to watch it, you know? And I can't remember now, and I'm sure I remembered at the age of 12 which tape the boobs were on. I want to say it was the back end of the first tape, but I could be wrong.
The boobs.
Yeah. When you're 12, especially back then, people like, I mean, like, I can't imagine how just, I mean, I can't imagine. I fucking live it. But like being a teenager now and having a phone,
Oh,
what
shit.
a delight. You know?
Yeah.
When I was a kid, you're like hoping no one picks up the telephone, hoping nobody walks into the computer room, hoping that, you know, the lines go a little bit faster just so you can get like a photo.
I was talking about this with someone at the bar. I could not imagine having gone to college and like with the social media that it is today. Like,
It would be terrible.
oh my God.
Terrible.
Yeah, my mom would have disowned me because I'm pretty sure she would have seen like half the shit and been like, what? Yeah, you're coming home.
Yeah, you're selling pictures of your feet. You're selling pictures of your feet. To who are you selling pictures of your feet?
Who is this going to?
Yeah.
I could not have done it.
Oh, if I was in college and I was like just eating like ramen, and I'm like, okay, so if I sell pictures of my butthole for $10 a piece for 5 months,
I feel like carry the one plus one.
I could eat Taco Bell twice a month. Are you kidding? Are you kidding? Oh my gods. What a world. So Titanic is my pick.
Okay, Ralphie, what is your last pick of the 6th round?
All right. That's what I was trying to think.
I didn't give you enough time. Did I break your concentration?
Right.
Talk about taking up space. Hello, everybody. What's her name? Jess?
Jessie?
Is that her name? No, Jess. Is that her name from New Girl?
Yes.
Am I Jess?
No, you're not Jess. Jess is like you said. She's like, ooh, cringeworthy.
I mean, I'm not saying I'm not cringe.
You're not cringe yet.
I'm good. Well, give me time.
We can only hope. If it gets cringeworthy, I want to see what your screen does. Like we go like
Demons are gonna come out.
that would be awesome.
Actual pandemonium. Ralph, anytime you're ready, buddy.
I'm gonna do that other Patrick Swayze movie, Ghost.
Damn it! I was saving it for my.
I know. That's what I was giving you a chance, but you didn't take it. I'm like, well, I'm out of ideas now. I gotta do this one.
Patrick Swayze 3 times on the board.
Yeah. And
Ghost is
then
awesome.
my last pick is actually all the movies I picked before. Things like I've seen them, they're all right, but like the one that I actually like, Phantom of
And you
the
saved it for your
Paradise.
last.
I know, right? What?
What is it? Phantom what?
Phantom of the Paradise. So it's basically like Phantom of the Opera, but like, 70s. It's like Phantom of the Opera meets Rocky Horror Picture Show, but like
Ooh.
4 years before Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Great pick by Josh for you, Ralph. I'm pretty sure he's talking about Ghost. Finally. Okay.
I'm gonna have to check this out.
I'm beginning to think that Josh is a huge Patrick Swayze fan because he's the one that didn't like Dirty Dancing. Dirty Dancing went too low, and now the Ghost is picked. He's like, finally, someone's like got their head out of their ass and picked the right movie. Kudos, Ralph. I've never heard of this Phantom of the Paradise. Did you just make it up?
Nope.
Who's in it?
No, I'm looking at it right now.
What's this guy's name? He's like a musician, Paul Williams. He's like the bad guy. He plays like basically Phil Spector, the guy who was in jail for murdering a woman.
Yeah.
So he's like him, but and it's also like a bit of Faust too, where the guy like sells his soul and stuff like that. And I don't know. So also Daft Punk, they got their image from this movie. The way they made that's where they got their idea for like their like costume.
Oh,
sick.
It's like one of their favorite movies too.
I have to look it up.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, this looks interesting.
It's probably the best Phantom of the Opera movie or adaptation ever. It's
Okay.
even better than the one Gerard Butler or I don't know about the Broadway show, but
I believe you.
I'm gonna believe you too on that one. Because Gerard Butler. Come on now. I mean, I love Gerard Butler, but as in Phantom of the Opera, come on,
yeah.
blow something up. This is Sparta.
Hey, don't get me
What?
too excited.
All right. Your last pick, sir, Shannon.
All right, this is fucking tough. Now, I didn't think it was gonna be tough, with my 30 seconds of preparation, but now that we're here, I am stuck. So one of these movies I think about all the time, and one of these movies I listen to a lot. All right, I'm gonna make one of my honorable mention, I guess. Oh, God damn it. And I'll have more to say about my honorable mention. I'm gonna pick Les Mis.
Ooh. Which version?
It doesn't matter. They're all the same song.
Yes.
They're all the same songs.
Yeah, only one has.
Russell Crowe.
No, that is not who I was thinking.
Hugh Jackman.
Thank you. Only one has Hugh Jackman.
I mean, Russell Crowe's in that one with Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, I know,
yeah.
but I don't care. I don't care because it's.
Is that a Valentines movie? I don't know.
Yeah, of course it is.
Do I think it is a Valentine's movie? Sure. There's a love story there.
Mhm.
And
Totally
I
valid.
listened to One Day More, the song, minimum 5 times a week. Do I sing it out loud? No, unless given the opportunity. I did once sing it out loud at school, and only one person knew what I was singing. I go to school with a bunch of Gen Zers for the most part, but only one person knew what I was singing, which I thought, that's a little weird. So then I continued singing it, and I used like my deep voice to do it. And school is another place where I try not to take up too much space and be too loud and obnoxious most of the time. But sometimes it just takes over you. Like, I love musicals, and sometimes they just take over, and you can't help, even though you can't really sing that much or well, you like can't help but just let it out and hope that, because my hope for the world writ large is that one day everything turns into a musical. Like, I shit you not. Like, it could still be the same world. Like, it could still be the fucked up shit we're in. But if people are singing and dancing.
You ever seen that show Scrubs? There's like an episode where some like patient has like brain damage where she sees everything as a musical.
Yeah, I want that. I want to have that kind of brain damage. In fact. And I might be working myself to that, I hope, with as many psychedelics as I take, that I'm just like one day, and like my wife and I don't fight often, but maybe one day we're in just like a knockdown, drag out fight about the dishes, and she's like dancing around. I'm like, God damn, this is fucking actually pretty cool, And then a bigger scope, we have like these senators and be like, we can't do anything about guns, They could, but they're not going to. So like, that's like my hope for the world, is that like eventually we just turn into a musical, and like, whatever happens, like nukes, zombies, pandemic, the sun exploding, like, I don't care. But if it's a musical style and we're jumping on tables and dancing, fucking sign me up, baby.
Then I think you're gonna love my last choice. West Side Story, the original.
Oh.
It was on my list.
With Rita Moreno.
I do like your pick.
West Side Story is the quintessential love story.
Where you overcome the hardship of her being Puerto Rican.
Okay, that's one way of looking at it. I guess.
Still part of America. Do we get to vote on anything? No. But we own your country.
Okay, CJ's last pick is Tin Cup. Wait, I'm sorry. Jamie's last pick is When Harry Met Sally. And I'm gonna skip over that whole Puerto Rican thing because I think we're in enough trouble as it is. I haven't seen the new remake of West Side Story, so I
It's
can't.
good. It's good. Where are you from, boy? Puerto Rico. That's not America, ain't it?
Oh, I don't know about this.
Okay, so Jamie's last pick for the last round. You already have an honorable mention, Jamie. Jamie's last pick for the last round is When Harry Met Sally. And
Great pick.
that is a great pick, and I'm really surprised that the what is his name? Meg Ryan and Tom have only made it on the board once for Love More Stories. That's really weird.
Tom Hanks?
Yeah, No Sleepless in Seattle. No. Anyway,
Yeah. Keep going.
CJ's last pick is Tin Cup, which is
Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner. Oh, that's right. You're a Kevin Costner truther.
K-Cos, as I like to call him.
As his friends call him.
No, as I like to call him. Not his friends. I doubt anybody goes up to Kevin Costner and says, "Hey, K-Cos, you want a coffee?"
Wait, who's the woman in that? She's the one with the shit. Google
In
and
what?
me.
In Harry Met
Tin
Sally?
Cup.
In Tin Cup. So my friend and I were talking about this recently, like who is actually America's sweetheart, and like because like people were like, "Oh, it's Rene Russo."
Yeah, Rene Russo.
Because it's like people like it's like
Julia Roberts,
Sandra Bullock, Reese Witherspoon, and then Meg Ryan. So out of those four, who would you say is America's sweetheart?
Julia Roberts, because I like her the most. Sandra Bullock. I changed my mind. Sandra Bullock.
Ralph?
I was gonna say, wait, what names again?
Reese Witherspoon.
First one.
Meg Ryan.
I spaced out for a second.
Meg Ryan, Reese
Julia
Witherspoon,
Roberts,
Julia Roberts.
I think it's her.
So I think it's Julia Roberts. That said, Sandra Bullock is my absolute favorite.
Sandra Bullock is my absolute favorite. I mean, Julia Roberts is close second. Like, come on, like Pretty Woman, Still Magnolias. Yeah, she's good, but
She's great.
Sandra Bullock just has the Speed did it for me. Like after Speed,
There's more like range for her compared to Julia Roberts because she's always like that kind of like plays like similar roles, but Sandra Bullock is more like she does action movies, she does like rom-com, she's all kinds of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Shannon, Josh Moore said you missed out on A Star Is Born.
Well,
is that your honorable mention?
Yeah.
Was it the Bradley Cooper version, or you don't care?
The Bradley Cooper version.
Bradley Cooper, Lady Gaga version.
Mm-hmm. I'm a big Lady Gaga fan, and I love Bradley Cooper.
I love Bradley Cooper, except in The Hangover, and
What?
Come on now, Hangover. Come on now. Come on now.
All right. Keep going, and then I've got some rebuttals here.
But I think that for me, like this was like the fourth time the Star Is Born was done.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that we didn't see her find out why he committed suicide ruined the whole movie for me. Like if she would have found out that her, whatever that guy was, came in and said something to Bradley Cooper. Yeah, Sam Elliott. I love Sam Elliott. Then, that would have been a better ending for me than how they ended it. Plus, that was Bradley Cooper's real dog. I'm like, that's the most awesome thing ever.
Yep.
I was on a flight once watching one of the Guardians of the Galaxies that he's in, whatever, and I'm watching this, and the row up from me, someone's watching A Star Is Born. And it's like going back and forth, and I saw him like he hangs himself. I'm like, while he's making jokes on my screen, I'm like, oh man, this is fucking weird.
The algorithm was a little skewed that day.
Sam Elliott is awesome in anything. Go ahead. I'm sorry. What is your rebuttal?
So, and I don't know, maybe I don't want to say that I relate to his character in The Hangover. I've never laughed more. I've never laughed more in a movie theater than that movie.
In The Hangover?
In The Hangover.
Were you sober?
Yes.
The
Really?
first one was funny.
Yeah, the first one. I had a couple drinks, but I wasn't like done for.
Okay.
I still laugh at that movie. That movie's unbelievable. And I love his character in that movie. There's like so many scenes I can think of him specifically, like that just really send me into a tizzy. And there's one thing that, like, obviously I would never say. I don't think it should be said. It's very much of its time, and that's, you know, we were what we were when we were then. Maybe we've all been canceled. We just don't know it yet. We'll find out in 30 years when people look back on this and like, I can't believe people were talking like this. But the scene where they go to pick up Stu, I think it is, and they're in the car and he says, paging Dr. F word. And like, it melts my brain every time. Like, it's so bad, but I can't help but just be out of my chair. And then the scene where like they're going to admit that they lost Doug, and he grabs the phone. He's like, "Oh, we'll be there. We're on our way." You know, like he's like he figures it out, kind of thing. Like just so many little things he does in that movie. Bradley Cooper is tremendous. I for so long, I think about A Star Is Born. I mean, so often. I think about it. I don't want to say every day, but I think about it really often. The scene where he rolls down the window, he dropped her off the car. He's like, "Hey, I like your nose." Like, fuck, god damn it. And then his voice, just incredible. How he just like, you know, got Sam Elliott's voice. That was awesome. Lady Gaga, she's tremendous. Andrew Dice Clay being the dad in that movie, sick. Love that. He's so cool. I think about him not wearing his in-ears and just going deaf. Then the song that I listen to the most from that movie is the song where like they wrote, like he was like, she's like, "You've been hiding love songs from me," and like, not that she has a country voice, but like, you know, he wrote that song and then she sings it at the end. Like, dude, if I want to feel something, like besides like brushing my teeth and like pushing my toothbrush too back in my throat, like if I really need to feel something, I will play that song. I will play that song. So Star Is Born is my honorable mention.
Jamie's honorable mention is two, Pretty Woman, classic love story of a prostitute. Two prostitute mentions by Jamie.
It's great.
For Valentine's Day.
She is America's sweetheart.
And Magic Mike. I guess the first one. It has to be the first one. Smart. Magic Mike, the first one, Magic Mike, yes. Then they just kind of got outrageous after that. Although,
well,
I can still watch it without sound. It's okay.
I don't know that there's a Step Up movie I haven't watched.
I've only seen the first one with him in it. I've never seen any of the other ones.
I like them.
Really? Are they good?
There's some other movie. I think somebody equated John Wick movies to the Step Up movies now, and I thought that's pretty funny. I think we made a mistake today, and again, I didn't know the subject, so I can take some blame for this. We probably should have had more ladies on, and I will take the blame for that because
the ladies picked like conspiracy theories, and I gave them a choice of what topic they want. Like I told people except for Ralph, I didn't give him a choice. But
I guess I'm not surprised here because again, what woman doesn't like? You all are actual detectives. Like, why the FBI, and they're bad. The CIA also bad. Police bad. Like why those aren't just women ran in like things doesn't make sense. It's like give women a location of another human from 1967 to 1978 and say, hey, they were in the we're thinking Northern California area between these times. And the women are like, oh, okay, gotcha. Like there's a whole show about this, Cold Case. I never watched it, but but I'm
Yeah, I
pretty
don't like
sure she solved everything.
Yeah.
It was one lady, and it's like, just have all the, CIA, FBI, all that stuff. Like, let's just have that all be women. And I'm pretty sure, I can't say for sure, but I'm pretty sure the sleuthing that would be done and the cases that would be solved would be pretty innumerable compared to what we're doing now. Like, what do we think about with cops now? We think about them shooting people, eating donuts, and I think that's the end of the list.
Yeah.
Like, if it was like women, it'd be like, oh, what do you think about the police force? Well, my bike was stolen. I didn't have my serial number, and they got it back to me in an hour. What? So I'm not surprised women pick conspiracy theories, because you know what? They might even figure some out while we're on the pod.
Wait, I don't know what Josh is talking about. He says Bradley Cooper in War Dogs. That was Miles Teller, unless he was a smaller supporting role. I'm thinking he's talking about the same thing in 3. They're separate, that he's figuring it out in his head. I don't know. I could be wrong.
I haven't seen War Dogs in a while.
I don't think I've ever seen War Dogs.
He's in it.
Bradley Cooper is?
Mm-hmm.
I saw Bradley Cooper in American Sniper, and I will never watch it again because I don't think I've ever cried so much. I'm like, this, what is happening? Like, I knew the story. I think I knew the story. I don't think I knew that it was his friend that shot him. I knew he got killed over here after all the thing, and then and I'm like,
but how much better would how much better would that murder have been if the guy had done a little song and dance afterwards?
It would have been the best. Valentine's Day, I almost picked it. It just had way too many people in it, and Jennifer Garner's in it too.
Ooh, I love Jennifer Garner.
Her and Taylor Swift are in that scene where Taylor Swift has the big bear and brings the big bear and she's like, yeah, stop talking to me, kid. And Taylor Swift just goes on, my boyfriend sent me this and he got me. Yeah, I'm having a breakup. Shut up.
Oh, one more thing about Sam Elliott real quick.
That he's hot?
Yes, unbelievably so.
Unbelievable.
That's my other hang up about the new, I don't know if you've seen the preview for the new Roadhouse movie, that the original with Patrick Swayze. Unbelievable. The and like, I think in your head when you initially think about Roadhouse, you're like, oh, okay, this like small town story or whatever. It's pretty bombastic. There's like a monster truck in it, and there's another guy that says that he's like fighting, and it's like a pretty cool scene because I think Patrick has his shirt off if they not both have their shirts off, and the guy looks at Patrick and says, I used to fuck guys like you in prison.
Oh yeah.
and then Patrick like rips his throat out.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
But the way that Sam Elliott shows up in that movie, and like I don't think you see him ride up on his hog on his motorcycle. I think he's like in the back or whatever, the bar or whatever, but he hangs out and he does that whole he does the thing where because he's got shoulder length hair in the movie, and he just goes like Sam Elliott just melting
smooth.
the screen with that.
So
that's my hang up with the new Jake Gyllenhaal Roadhouse movie, is that it might not have Sam Elliott or anybody comparable to. Yeah, it might not even have anybody comparable to Sam Elliott because there's not showing up in that movie.
Josh, I mentioned Crazy Stupid Love. I wouldn't. It wasn't in my top 7, but I did mention it for the scene where Ryan Gosling. That's his move. That's his go-to move. The Dirty Dancing. Picks her up, and the scene.
I can take off Hitch and switch it with A Star Is Born.
No, you can't.
I can. I could switch. I could switch those.
Oh, you can.
I've just soured. Like unless it's like something that's pivotal to my personality, like Independence Day. I'm a little out on Will Smith.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I like all of Will Smith's movies, basically, except for Legend because the dog dies, but everything other than that.
Yeah. I love Legend. It is so sad.
The dog dies.
But that's what makes it hit so hard, I think. That's what's great about it, in my opinion.
He was mad sad.
I didn't. You could tell in the previews that the dog dies, and I didn't watch it because of that. Like in the previews, he starts yelling, "No, no!" and I knew the dog had died, and I'm like, I'm not watching this bullshit. All right.
Bradley Cooper's kicking the steak for his dog and then killing himself. Honestly, I love the move.
That was like when he cooked the steak, I knew it was over. And when the dog is like, I was like, how can you not love Bradley Cooper after that? I mean, that's a boss move. That's a boss move. Kicking the steak for the dog. Brokeback Mountain, Jamie, is my first pick. Duh. Ralph, what is your honorable mention?
All right. It's not a movie I've seen, but I kind of want to see because it sounds kind of crazy.
Okay,
But
valid.
it's called Rhinestone. It's basically like, every like those high school movies where it's like
John
I'm gonna take
Travolta?
this.
Is that John Travolta?
No, it's wait, let me finish explain. Those movies, high school movies, where they take like the nerd and make him like the prom king or queen.
Yeah.
It's like that.
She's
but
all
it's
that.
Dolly
You know
Parton
that.
taking Sylvester Stallone and making him a country singer in New York City. He's like a cab driver, and she teaches him to be like on a bet with I can't remember his name, but he was married to Jessica Walter. Jessica Walter's mom from Arrested Development or Archer.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it was her husband is like they're like this manager, and he's like always trying to like have sex with Dolly Parton. So he makes some bet. He's like, hey, if you can't turn to this, then I get to have it. And she makes his bet, I guess. And then Sylvester Stallone becomes a country singer.
Sylvester Stallone and Dolly Parton.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I've seen the pictures from this movie. I think I've seen it once, but I was a kid, so I haven't seen it in a long time.
That is an interesting.
Right? It just sounds really weird.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. My honorable mention is Get Out.
Oh, okay.
It's like a love story between bros. I told you not to go there. You knew it all along.
What?
Get Out.
A love story between bros?
Well, I mean,
it's both. It's romance.
Yeah.
Not romance, but
he
it's like
comes and saves him at the end.
Oh, that's right.
But also the fake relationship he's in too. It's like anti and good.
I love that girl from the movie. That was one of the worst movie going experiences I've ever had, and I've held it against the movie itself because of it.
Why was it one of the worst movie going experiences? Because of the movie, or because of the people in the movie?
Yeah, and I'm like, that's like my biggest pet peeve in the entire world. That's the only place I don't want a musical to happen is in the movie theater. Fucking can't stand people like talking in the movie theater. It like annoys me to no end.
Oh, Get Out had to have like massive amount of talking going on.
It was like truly the worst movie watching experience I've ever had. Like, and like the people think it's funny to say the movie title out loud during the movie, and like I could send out a super cut of Shawn Michaels doing super kicks to people where he's like truly kicking people in the head. Like that's the kind of thing. I don't have enough hip flexibility, but that's the kind of thing that I want to do to those persons. Like I actually want to kick their heads off their bodies. It makes me. I'm furious right now. Like I'm getting actually upset at the moment.
Okay.
And like people were genuinely like yelling. They're like, "Get out!" And I'm like, "Oh my god, the way I could kill you right now." And I don't know why people think like that's fun to go to scary movies and like make jokes and shit. I'm like, no, I'm here to actually be scared. Like I want to be uncomfortable walking to my car, being in my car alone or with another person. I don't care. I want to be like, I want to check under my bed before I even go to sleep tonight just to make sure there's something that I don't believe in under there, because, or maybe my closet. I don't care. I want to be so uncomfortable that like, maybe I could never watch this again. Maybe I'm scared for no reason, like I want to feel something besides my toothbrush gagging me, And so I hate when people do that in like scary movies. I'm here to be scared, not to listen to you, what you think is a comedy act.
Well, see, I don't really go to movies. I watch the movie when it comes on TV, TV. So I didn't have that problem. But I mean, the problem when you wait that long is that you kind of know what's going to happen in the movie, so you're not that surprised. But still, Get Out was I'm gonna have to put it there.
I'm upset. I'm upset right now.
I can tell. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's not your fault. It's not your
well,
fault.
It kind of is because I bought the movie up, so it kind of is.
That's okay. I think we were just dating at the time, but like my girlfriend at the time, she like could feel the anger just seething off my body. I was like, oh, God.
All right. So recap for Ralph. Simpsons episode with Lisa giving the Valentines out. was his number 1 pick. My Bloody Valentine was number 2. 50 First Dates was number 3. Romeo and Juliet with Leo was number 4. There's Something About Mary was number 5. Ghosts was number 6. And Phantom of Paradise was number 7. Shannon Hitch was his,
God.
his 101. She's All That was his 102. Break Up with Vince Vaughn and Jennifer Aniston was number 3. Dirty Dancing 4. Her 5. Titanic 6. Les Mis 7. Yeah, that's I think
If I could switch A Star Is Born with Hitch, then I think I have a good draft. But it's okay. I prepared as best I could.
Brokeback Mountain was my number 1. 10 Things I Hate About You, my number 2. P.S. I Love You, number 3. New Girl episode, Valentine episode, season 1 was my number 4. Affair to Remember, Cary Grant, number 5. Gone Girl, number 6. You know what? If I could switch Gone Girl in the Town, I might do that.
No, Gone Girl's got to be on there.
Okay, Gone Girl's on there. West Side Story, number 7. Then I'm putting The Town as my honorable mention instead of Get Out. The Town with Ben Affleck. And Jamie, Terminator was number 1. Rocky was number 2. Point Break was number 3. Fast and Furious, the first Fast and Furious, number 4. Risky Business, number 5. Karate Kid, the original, number 6. When Harry Met Sally, number 7. And his Magic Mike and Pretty Woman were his honorable mention. CJ came in with a number 5. Love and a 45 with Renee Z. Watch it, please. You will love Renee Z after that. And Jamie has another honorable mention. And then number 7 was Tin Cup for CJ. Jamie's next honorable mention is Lake House, which I do love, but it is problematic in the timeline, and I can't get over it.
Is that
okay?
That's not the one with
mailbox, right?
Yeah, Keanu and Sandra Bullock. Yeah, where the house and the thing goes up. The timeline's problematic. I can't. It makes my head hurt.
Wait, is the actual timeline problematic, or is like the movie problematic, or both?
Because it's like 2 people at 2 different points in time. They're like
communicating.
That I can get. I get that, but
I love that.
I love that part, but she shouldn't have been. Their timeline shouldn't have been able to be met. You know what I mean? And she shouldn't have been able to. Okay, whatever.
I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Interstellar, but love.
I have seen Interstellar.
Time itself.
Okay. All right.
Because reasons. It's like fifth dimensional. Like it's like, we are 3-dimensional beings measuring ourselves against time, which is a 4th dimension, correct?
Yes.
Love would be a 5th dimensional thing, right?
Okay.
Because it transcends not only time, but also our 3 dimensions. So ipso facto, Lake House makes sense. Plus it's Keanu and fucking Sandra Bullock. I'm 100% in. I am 1,000% in.
It's a great movie. I'm not saying it's not a great movie. I love the movie. I love the premise of the movie.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that the dog is in both of their timelines. But the timeline does not work. And it drives me crazy. I cannot, I love time movies that transcend time and stuff like that. But there's a Denzel movie that does the same thing where Denzel, Val Kilmer, that timeline doesn't work either. He shouldn't have been able to come. I can't. Don't give me.
I just rewatched that not long ago. What a fun time!
It's a great movie. Yeah. The guy from Person of Interest is the bad guy. It's a great movie, but the ending timeline is bad.
He's not only a bad guy in that movie; he's a bad guy in real life too.
Yeah, I know he's kind of fucked up. Person of Interest. Me rewatching it because I'm like, oh my god, you are just fucking batshit crazy. How did you hide it for so long? Anyway, Kyle Reese was born, but he died in 19. Don't stop. Make it stop. Don't. I'm not even gonna put that up, Jamie. Stop it. Just stop. I can't deal with it. All right.
Oh
Ralph,
my god.
Tell you one more time. Tell us about your band, please.
Oh shit! I thought I locked out.
Other Robots.
Yes, yeah. Other Robots. Kind of like Gorillas mixed with The Cure, mixed with something else. Steely Dan.
And they can find it.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, just go look at Other Robots on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, and whatever you got.
Yeah, they're really good. You guys do it. Thank you for being here. Thank you for drafting with us. Jamie, thank you for drafting with us from work. Josh, you need to draft with us next time that you're on from work. CJ, thank you for drafting with us from work. Jesse Patterson, I know you're going to be watching this later. Love you. Thank you for watching it later because she's at work. She actually has like a grown-up job and she can't do it. I know, right? I appreciate all of you watching. I appreciate all of you coming on. We will be back February the 29th, where we will have the wonderful gentleman from The Cookout, Chris Allen, and Jorge Martin, who's also from La Familia. And then we will also have Marcus Grant, and we will be drafting the best Super Bowl halftime shows post Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson on same time, 3 p.m. Mountain, 5 p.m. East Coast, 2 p.m. West Coast, and I don't know the Hawaii time, but CJ, we need you on again, and we will put you in the draft. Hey, do you have any last words, Shannon?
I think I've talked enough.
That is never true. That is never ever true. It is never ever true, dude. Look
Ralph
how
said a total of 7 words this whole pod. He had maybe the most interesting.
Movies you guys saw.
You
What'd
what?
you say?
You guys listed? I haven't seen any of those. So I'm like, listen, I wonder what these are about. Like almost.
You haven't seen Les Mis?
No. Not Les Mis. Not 10 Things I Hate About You.
You've not seen 10 Things I Hate About You?
Not
Ralphie.
I haven't seen any of those things. I've seen Karate Kid though.
Les Mis I can get. 10 Things I Hate About You I cannot get.
It's okay. It's okay. You haven't seen them. That's fine. Some people don't own a TV. You have art. You are making music. You're actually making something. Some of us just get on here and fucking bullshit. I'm not making anything but noise.
And we appreciate that. It's great noise. It's beautiful noise. It's beautiful noise. So it was
Ralph had the most interesting draft. Gladys, you had the best draft.
Oh, that's so nice.
Jamie, I've seen a lot of those movies a lot of times, so it's not bad.
I think if you had time, like, I don't know. I think Hitch kind of hurt me, and her kind of hurt me on your draft. I'm sorry. I mean, I love Hitch because I love Will Smith, but 1-1. I know.
Believe me, I don't feel good about it. I don't feel good about it either.
You're under pressure. I understand that. So
you took my 101 with
Brokeback Mountain.
10 Things I Hate About You.
I hate about you.
Yeah.
It's a great movie. I might go watch it now.
Mm-hmm.
Have a pizza and watch 10 Things I Hate About You. That's my life.
I'm gonna think about 10 years ago when I could have sold butthole and feet.
And with that, we're gonna say goodbye. Thank you all for joining. Grab a bit of Ralph's music. We will see you. Ooh, was that? Who did the ding? Did I do that? We will see you.